It's 7:13. Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton is with us in studio.
This morning he's focusing on why giving kids the old cell phone too early is a bad idea.
Yeah, this wasn't an option when we were growing up.
No.
Not at all. And, you know, this may be something as people are getting out there getting the shopping done that you may be thinking about. But no, new research says, give it a second. We're going to talk about it. As we start continue our shopping for the holidays, a smartphone for the kids may be on that list, but not so fast. A new study of more than 10,500 U.S. adolescents published in the journal Pediatrics found that owning a smartphone by age 12 is linked to significantly higher odds of depression, obesity, and insufficient sleep. At age 12, those who owned a phone had a 31% greater risk of depression, a 40% greater risk of obesity, and a 62% greater risk of not getting enough sleep compared with peers without a smartphone. Moreover, among kids who got a smartphone sooner, each additional year younger at acquisition raised their risks even further. The trend persisted among 12-year-olds who didn't have phone yet. Those who acquired one by age 13 were more likely to show clinical level psychological problems and insufficient sleep a year later. Although the study did not pinpoint what kids do on their phones, the findings held after controlling for other devices, puberty, parental monitoring, and family demographic factors. The authors suggest these results should prompt parents and policymakers to carefully consider the timing of smartphone access, treat smartphones as a factor in adolescent health, and potentially adopt protective measures for early adolescent use. What this is saying is smartphones, even though they feel like they're connecting us to the rest of the world, our friends and everything else, are doing just the opposite. It is what I found with my girls especially, it's not, I find it to be often more bad than good in terms of that access, risk, exposures that they have. So if you're parents out there, young children, I know there's a lot of pressure, but try to hold back on some of that technology as long as possible. Allow the kids to be kids.
A lot of things that you can get on a smartphone, you can get on an iPad. So do you think this study kind of transfers over to that tablet as well?
Interestingly, it didn't show as much connection with other devices. This was specifically for smartphones, but it showed that those numbers aren't as much. But the key is at restricting the time. We've seen the hours that these kids are on top of these devices, that they're face-to-face with these devices. There's important aspects of being able to develop those face-to-face communications, as well as real human connections, as opposed to these cyber ones. We're already seeing stories out here about deep fakes that are online, the AI that's online, the stories that are online, and we need to be able to teach our kids how to put that into context and use it appropriately. Because unfortunately, I think for this generation, I think this will be an addiction that we're dealing with moving forward.
I say we bring back pagers.
Pagers, fax machines, and phones with cords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mounted on the wall.
Yeah, we got to experience the 20-foot cord.
Yes.
How far can you get? The cupboard where you could hide out to talk to your friends.
Yes. Nothing like a rotary phone, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to date ourselves.
We'll be right back. The doc will be with us in about 10 minutes or so.
With more sound effects.
More sound effects.
You're watching Fox 56 News, our home, your news.